Alright, you little faggots, I'm up past my goddamn bedtime, but it's story time, and I need to address some bullshit that occurred in the last video. The picture you're currently looking at was the photo that I had mentioned in the last video about Ian from Forgotten Weapons being a furry. It had been a while since I had seen that picture. Saw it again last night and immediately realized that is not in fact Ian. However, it is a damn good cosplay, and which honestly, even if it was Ian, as long as you don't prance around or shove that shit up other people's asses, I don't give a fuck. Him distancing himself from Carl is definitely a good sign to make me want to believe that. But anyway, Ian's not a furry. I don't know if he's a registered Democrat or not. He may well be, I was told that. So I parroted some potential horseshit, and it doesn't even matter because, you know, like I said, if you keep it professional, I don't give a fuck what you are. So anyway, I didn't mean to lump Ian in with the horseshit. The picture is pretty funny. He probably thinks it's fucking funny. I was wrong, but it's funny. Today is a story time video about the second time I got pulled over with my fucking CCW, and this time it was real fucking great because I got pulled over for no goddamn reason. Woo! That was fun. I was going to pick my buddy up from work. He works at a casino and he gets off at midnight. Shit got lost in translation before I left to go pick him up, and I thought that he was still at work. I had my G19 sandwiched between my seat and the center console. Pretty visible if you were to, like, my windows on my truck don't work either. So if I have any fucking interaction, you know, like at drive-thrus or getting pulled over or anything, I have to deal with that bullshit, so that's fucking great. I pull into the parking lot, sitting there for a few minutes, and I'm not seeing him come out or anything. And then this lady walks by, and she was taking out some garbage. While she's walking back, she comes up to my truck and like taps on the window, and I open the door, and I was like, oh, am I in the way or something? And she's like, no, you're all right. And then like she notices something in the cab. I could see her eyes like lock onto something, and they got real big, and she like didn't know what to say next. And in my mind, I wasn't even fucking thinking about it. Like, it's just second nature. I'm around guns so much that I didn't realize that it was sitting there. And she's like, no, you're fine. And I told her, it's like, I'm just waiting on so-and-so. And she's like, oh yeah, he'll be out in a minute. And so then she hurried back inside. Come to find out that dude had already got picked up and was waiting for me at his house because he wanted me to take him to get some food. So I leave the casino, back parking lot, mind you, so it wasn't like I was in the front parking lot or anything. So I was like back in the, you know, where the security is and stuff, and the employee parking and shit. So I leave and I'm on my way to his house, which is pretty close, and I notice off in the distance a set of headlights, and they had their brights on, but when they flicked them off, I noticed the profile of the vehicle, and it looked like a police SUV. And so I was like, okay. I mean, like, not like freaking out or anything. I didn't have anything illegal on me or nothing, but I always watch my P's and Q's whenever I see a cop on the road. Make sure I'm not speeding or doing anything fucking stupid, because getting pulled over is bullshit. So, I just make a mental note of it, and he turns where I turned and immediately like gets right up on my ass and is like riding the dog shit out of me for, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 minutes. And then finally, at this point I knew I was gonna get pulled over as soon as he got like right up on my ass and was tailing me. He didn't throw his lights for a good couple of minutes because he was probably running my plates. But during this time, I'm thinking in my mind like, what the fuck, what did I do? And then it dawns on me, holy shit, you fucking retard, you have your Glock right fucking there, and that lady saw the son of a bitch and fucking ran inside and called the cops on your ass, and, you know, gave him a description of you and your vehicle. And now you're fixing to get pulled over by a cop that knows you're armed, that thinks you just tried to, or were potentially just trying to rob a casino. I mean, that's the only natural thing in my mind to go to, because I didn't do anything wrong at all. I mean, Jesus, it was literally as soon as he fucking saw me, all right, I'm pulling this motherfucker over. I mean, there was no time for him to see me do anything wrong. It was just, car, I'm pulling him over. I start freaking the fuck out at this point. I was so close to my friend's house that while I was pulled over and my shit was being ran, texted him and said, I got pulled over. He said, I can see the lights from my driveway. Open my door, and I didn't even fucking take my seatbelt off. He was really close to me the whole time. And the Glock was, like I said, right fucking next to where the seatbelt clicker is. Very convenient grabbing distance and all that fun shit. And he walks up and I tell him there's a gun here. What do you want to do? And he said, well, you can go ahead and step out of the vehicle. And I'm like, well, I gotta undo my seatbelt and it's literally 2 inches from the gun. And he's like, okay, well, just go slow. And I'm like, okie dokie there. And this dude, Jesus Christ, talk about Officer fucking Phat. I mean, this motherfucker, he couldn't outrun a fucking kindergartner. I mean, like, well, I guess some of them little bastards are pretty fast, but this dude definitely looked like he was just about ready to have a fucking heart attack at any second. I get out of the truck, start handing him my ID and insurance. He says, so, reason I pulled you over this evening is, your ball hitch is obstructing your license plate. And I looked at him with this, like, retarded and confused look, and for whatever dumbass reason, I walked to the back of my truck, craned over and looked at it, thought in my mind, oh, okay, I know what's going on here. And I just said, well, I'll be damned. He didn't say shit. Well, while he was looking at it, I said, I guess I should get that looked at or taken care of. He didn't say a fucking word. And a couple seconds later, he hands me all my shit back. All right, man, well, you have a good one. What the fuck just happened? I got to my buddy's house and I told him, I said, listen, motherfucker, this better be the best goddamn Burger King you ever did have. Because at this point, I'm still under the assumption that I did get pulled over for the gun thing at the casino. And so I start telling my friend that, and he's like, oh shit. We drive a little ways down the road, and there was like 2 other people pulled over by like fucking 5 squad cars, like everywhere. For what, they were looking for somebody out there, and that's a common thing because it's Crackheadville out there. It's, if you like incest and meth, that is your fucking place to be, buddy. It is just crawling with it. It's fucking great. So yeah, that's what my second experience with being pulled over and having a gun. And I shit my pants because I thought I was fixing to get yanked out of my car at gunpoint and all kind of fun fucking shit. Thankfully I didn't. That'll do, pig.